It's a fun Shui Friday with
Day fun
Anita and
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Woohoo.
Anita's over there. Pick a direction.
And it's the first Friday of the month. Did I pointed in the right direction?
I don't know. Every time I think I'm doing it right, it looks funny when you see it on that side. So, but yay, it is the first Friday of the month. Woohoo!
Woo!
So you talk
Because
about this amazing woman.
What happens on the first Friday of the month? Oh, am I? Yeah. Okay.
What happens on the first Friday of the month? We do oracle card readings from.
Ooh.
Oh, she's typing now. Okay, and I'm
I'm just gonna tag all the people that put their hand up.
Oh yeah. We want them to come
wanted
online.
a card. So let me get them all in the room here.
Okay.
Or something.
So while Anita's doing that, we had, first time ever, 6 people that wanted a card reading. So yay! That's so exciting. And guess what? Today is a 6th day.
Today's a 6th day?
Yeah.
Is it really?
It is June, which is the 6th month, the 2nd, which is an 8, and 2023 is a 7. So 8 and 7 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6. Woohoo! That's so cool. So normally we do 2 people and they get full on readings, but because there is 6, and Anita and I just love that people have put their hands up, they'll each get 1 card. But while I was getting ready for today, I was guided to grab a different deck called Healing with the Angels. And you know, I absolutely adore this deck. And one of the reasons is because it was gifted to me. See that woman sitting there? She gave it to me. She probably doesn't even remember giving me this deck. Look at her.
What is it?
It's called Healing with the Angels.
I don't remember giving you that.
So, woo. Oh, and our card just came flying out.
Yeah. Good morning, Connie.
Good morning, everybody. So, yes, I was guided to grab 1 card from this deck to start and kick things off. And I love it. And it flew out literally, which not surprising because it's an angel card. It's ideas and inspiration. So I think you're all in the right place at the right time.
Oh yeah.
And you're about to get some ideas and hopefully it inspires you. But you know what, Anita, I was sharing with her before we started that I couldn't sleep last night because I am so excited. And I think we have to tease everybody. Do you think we can tease everybody a little bit about, or mark their calendars? Maybe we should just have them mark their calendars.
Yeah, because we can't
let all the information out of the bag yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so but we can tell them to mark their calendars.
And
can we tell them to mark their calendars?
Yes.
Okay. Anita and I are hosting a super special OMG event. Yeah. On October 21st and 22nd here in Red Deer. So mark your calendars right now. You're not going to want to miss this. You're
just
going to want to miss this.
All over the place.
Yeah, right? Super excited. Talk about ideas and inspiration.
It's like, yeah. Anyways, okay. So mark your calendars. We'll tell you more over the coming weeks.
Yeah.
And lots of ideas and inspiration. Lots of and you were also just telling me, Cheryl. So there is an astrologist, and tell us about that.
Oh, she's in the UK. Her name is Broca Goldsmith. And I believe, because I do listen to her not on a 100% consistent basis, but I like listening to her year forecast kind of thing. And I jotted down, and I think it's Broca Goldsmith. Don't quote me. This could have been an Adirondack comment. So, and I jotted this down. It was at the bottom of my list. That's why I'm pretty sure it was Broca Goldsmith. Transformational energy is at a peak June 6th to the 26th. So coming up this month, you are at an ideal spot.
Mm.
Or writing, I jotted down guided writing, following what frequency, following those ideas and inspirations that you get. And you'll know you're on the right path because it's going to fall into place. And that's exactly what has happened and what's transpiring for Anita and I. A week ago, we didn't have this thought. And the location has fallen into, and the location
and it's already
fallen,
lining up, right? It's just like
Bing,
as
bing,
soon
bing,
as you,
bing.
as soon as you say yes,
Yes,
the universe conspires with you.
exactly, not against you.
So,
All right,
anyway,
so
cool.
you're going to do individual cards for Robin,
Yep,
Cheryl Maisner, and Lara McKee. Oh, Robin's flew out already.
No, just a whole bunch flew out.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to do individual cards for Nancy, Kathleen, and Monique. But Anita will go first because it takes me a bit to A, get my cards, and B, get into channel. So we are excited to be here on Feng Shui Friday. Man, that's a lot already at you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's just like coming in.
First Friday of the month. And yeah, okay. So Robin's joining us live this morning. Good morning. I just want to say good morning to whoever else is joining us. Good morning,
Absolutely.
Connie. Nice to have you here. Okay. So Robin, what card came up for you today? Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. This card is the number 24 card, and it is it's the stove. And interesting, it has a picture of somebody in red. And Robin, Cheryl and I know you, and we also know that you often wear the color red.
And she has the coolest stove.
Well, I've been to her house, but it's been a long time. So sorry, I don't remember your stove.
Oh, it's new. Wow, recent.
So Robin, dear, I'm so happy that you're joining us this morning. And she said usually she has a meeting and she can't watch. So I want you, Robin, right now to put your feet on the ground. Uncross your legs, uncross your arms, and just take a couple of deep breaths just to be with us, to be present. So the stove is a fire element, and it is it's actually considered in traditional feng shui as a very auspicious or important piece of furniture in the home because of its fire energy. So it doubles or amplifies the energy. As soon as you turn on the switch, then that fire energy comes, and it has the ability to transmute and transform food, right? To nourish our bodies. In traditional feng shui, it's actually considered to anchor the family's wealth in the home because of that amplifying or doubling of energy. And now this, of course, is the Feng Shui Friday Oracle card reading. And I'm going to suggest, Robin, that you may be burning your fire too much, that you need to slow down, because you put a 100%, 200% into all of that you do, and your fire energy. I mean, your fire energy is amazing. Anybody that knows you has been in your presence. I mean, you just have the most beautiful smile and laughter, and you're always dressed beautifully. And I mean, you're just like people are just totally drawn to you naturally. And I really get the you know, the intuit hit here that you need to take some time for Robin just to step away and cool that fire energy. Take some time to douse that flame, you know, with that relaxing bath that I know you love, but you haven't been making time to do that. And, you know, again, that fire energy and the stove, it's all about, you know, you're a great cook, and I know you have some, you host some hockey players, and you're probably, you know what, let them cook for you. Uh, ask them. Maybe it's okay to ask them and say, hey guys, would you mind, you know what, how about every Friday night you guys cook dinner? I'm gonna take the night off, right? What's wrong with that? So anyways, I hope that resonates with you, my friend. And oh yes, yeah, yeah, she's trying to learn better self-care. Really, really important, because you know what? That fire energy, and we know this from the recent forest fires in Alberta. You know, when fire starts to expand and grow, it consumes everything in its path. It has no mercy. And, you know, we don't want you to experience that burnout, Robin, okay? Because that then will lead to dis-ease. So really, really important for you, my dear. Take some self-care time. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, that was for Robin. And then I have a card for Cheryl. And Cheryl, I'm sorry, I don't know you personally, but maybe we'll
I
get to
do.
be friends.
Cheryl Maisner,
and
right?
pardon?
Cheryl Maisner.
Yeah. Do I know her?
No, I'm looking
Oh,
at the card because when I pulled the deck out this morning and I lifted the case off and started shuffling to clear the energy, that card hit the floor, and I thought, this is significant.
this same one?
That same card.
Okay, well, that is cool. So that same card is wealth and prosperity. And that card is for Cheryl.
What's the card
right?
number?
And so I'm gonna read, because
What's the
it's
card?
really short. I'm gonna
What's
read
the
what it
card
says on
number?
the back.
What's the number?
Oh, 47. Ooh, an 11.
11.
Yeah. And so, you know, this card is enhance to generate more cash flow, gather resources for a special purpose, strengthen the attribute of gratitude. And you can enhance with water features, wind dancers, valuable items, images of prosperity that have deep personal meaning for you. And the colors blues, reds, and purples. So very, very cool. This card popped out. And again, it's a reminder that nature, Mother Nature shows us abundance every day, every day. And you just have to look outside and look at all the beautiful flowers and the trees. And, you know, it's just such a beautiful season right now. And I dare you to count how many leaves are on one tree. You can't count them because, you know, it's natural. There's natural abundance out there, right? So Cheryl, it might also be, this card might be there for you to also look through your feng shui eyes. Those possessions that we surround ourselves with, sometimes they are anchoring and reaffirming a not so positive or supporting belief. For example, if you want to increase the wealth and prosperity, you want to attract more abundance into your life, we really, really have to look at those things that we surround ourselves in our environment. And if you are making do, that's a clue. If you have broken items in your home, that just little things that need repair, that's a clue. if you are wearing clothes that maybe are missing a button or need a hem or something like that, that's a clue. And it all goes back to the self-worth, self-love, and the universe is only matching or mirroring the energy that you put out there. Cheryl and I had a meeting yesterday. We were talking about a workshop coming up that we're doing. And I've been, the last couple months furnishing some Airbnb. So I've been on the buy and sell and, the garage sale and looking for things and whatever. And I was sharing with her a picture of someone's garage sale. And you couldn't even see what stuff was there. There was so much stuff. And again, sometimes there are these limiting beliefs that say, oh, if I have this and I have this, but surrounding yourself with so much stuff is really blocking the abundant flow, because everything is energy, right? So then it becomes stuck energy. So I don't know if any of those things resonate for you today, but that's kind of what, came in for me. And I'm going to let Cheryl go ahead because she's in channel. I'm going to let her do one for Nancy and Kathleen, and then I'm going to come back to Lara when she's done. How's that?
You think I am in channel, do you? You know me well, dearest. Greetings and salutations, everyone. We have been delighted to just listen as the Anita, who thinks she's not in channel, is in channel as she's bringing forth the messages. For all of what she has said is not just in her knowledge base. She is constantly receiving, as are each and every one of you. So yes, Nancy, the card that came up for Nancy is the 17 card, Foyer. 1 and 7 is an 8, Nancy. The foyer, the entrance into your home, the entrance into your kingdom, starts outside of your home and flows in through the front door. Nancy, if you are in the habit of using your garage entrance, your house is in control of you and you are the servant. If that is a resonation with you, then you know we are on the right track. For the queen does not come into her kingdom in the back way. She is brought up in her chariot to the front entrance. The doors are opened for her. The front entrance is greeted and flanked by those that serve her. In this case, it could be welcoming plants. It could be something that lights her up in her energetic feeling. Then her front door is flung open and she is greeted by the things she loves in her front entrance or in her foyer. Dearest Nancy, look at what is greeting you. Does it fill you with welcome? And if that answer is not so much, then one needs to, as these two would say, look at your space through those energetic eyes, dearest. Now, many will say, but I always come in the garage. I park in the garage. I enter the house into the garage. Then treat that in the same way. What is welcoming you? You pull into your garage. Are you welcomed by something that fills your heart or bags of garbage? That might be a clue, as the Anita has said several times. When you open that back door, what greets you? Is it a laundry room with piles of laundry in it to be done? Work as soon as you hit the door. If you find yourself not wanting to go home, these are little clues, indicators. Your home is there to serve you and wrap you and allow you a space to feel safe and secure and abundant, not to be the servant to your possessions. The 8 is also significant. Dearest Nancy, you see, Nancy, the 8 also symbolizes the hourglass when it is in a vertical stance. Things are flowing down. When you tip it to the horizontal position, it now becomes the infinity symbol. What in your life is going on infinitely that you would prefer for it to stand up and drain out? Look in your foyer. There are clues for you. Monique, Monique, Monique. This channel is familiar with Monique, for she is part of the Channelers Academy. The card that came up for you, Monique, is the number 3 card and color. Now, the Anita spoke a little bit about the fire colors and its effects when it is in extreme abundance. It is all consuming, as is any color. There is significance in all. And at the same time, the lack of color creates a very sterile, cold, metal environment. So Monique, we ask you, on those days where you are feeling less than perfect, add a little color into your life. It does not need to be a lot. It could be a simple pendant, a little bit of fire. It could be some fun glasses or hair pieces. See how that color changes your personality, how you feel in different colors. Color is an important part to your life, be it in your home, in your vehicle, in your clothing. Pay it close attention, for color has different frequencies and there is healing in those frequencies as well. The number 3, dearest Anita, the number 3. What is the number 3 all about?
Well, the number 3 is a catalyst.
Yes.
And, you know, interesting when you were talking about Nancy and her foyer. I received the intuitive hit that she's on the precipice. There's a new doorway. She's at the foyer. She's at the foyer of a new doorway, a new opportunity. And again, that ties in with that attitude of gratitude and prosperity and all of those things. And so there's something, Nancy, that is, you're not sure about taking that next step and turning the handle and stepping in. So we would invite you to look at what that is for you and know that you are divinely guided. And just like Cheryl and I this week, we said yes. And as soon as we said yes, you know, there's all of this potentiality that is always in the quantum field for each and every one of us. And it's just there waiting for us to make that decision, to take that step, to move into a different direction.
Yes.
So that's amazing.
Yes, but the catalyst for Nicole, the catalyst, you know, we spoke about the 8 for the Nancy. Well, the 3 is half of that 8. And dearest Monique, that 3 will start to appear in multiple forms to you. Pay attention. What is going on for you that is your catalyst in the next 3 days. Pay close attention and do let us know what transpires, dearest. Now the Kathleen also had a 3 in her card, but her card is 39, which equals a 12,
which equals
and totals a 3. Dearest Kathleen, closets, drawers, and cabinets. If you have ever wanted a catalyst, open those up and see what is being reflected back to you. It is quite fascinating. These two have a friend that discovered forgotten memories in her drawers and wondered why her life wasn't going in the direction she wanted it to, because they were being reinforced. You see, dearest, energy does not hide. So stuffing your closets, your drawers, and your cabinets to beyond capacity is not serving you. It is causing stress in your life. It is causing frustration in your life. Dearest Kathleen, you know which of we speak. It is calling for your attention and clearing that space will become a catalyst for you. There is a past episode on here where Esther Gates was a guest, and she had attended the decluttering program that these two support and do, and they'll run again in September. She participated in it, and she admits in the interview that her and this vessel had that she did it partially. And then there was a catalyst that made her do a thorough cleaning of one of her closets. That catalyst that moved her to clean that closet ushered in a wave of unpredicted prosperity for her in the form of an invitation to appear on a highly sought after program that opened the floodgates for her business. And even the producer and the person who runs that program did not know how he received her name to reach out to her. That is how the universal forces can help you. And it started because she had a catalyst that made her clean out that closet because she wasn't interested. She knew intuitively to do the decluttering program, but she did not do it fully. She dipped her toes into it until something forced her, for she was not listening. And yet, she now knows how important it is to listen to those quiet nudges. And then you say, oh, I'll do that later. We have spoken too much. We hope these messages have helped. And we say namaste.
Namaste. Okay, well, I have a card for Lara, and it is the number 35 card, which again equals number 8, which is prosperity. So there's a theme going on here today. Catalyst. Your catalyst for prosperity is to, look at those spaces through your feng shui eyes, see what is being anchored and reaffirming a limiting or belief of lack. And it might be that you're making do with an old set of pots and pans, that you're making do with an old lawnmower, you're making do with something. And guess what, beautiful beings of light, you are deserving of things that make your life easy, that make your life more comfortable, that flow help it to flow with ease and grace. And so Laura's card is guest room. And so you may have some visitors already planning to come to your home for the summer. And I'm thinking that your guest room, although it has to be lovely and comfortable and so that your guests have room, obviously, in there, remember that you are deserving to be a guest as well. So when you are, and this is for anybody, all of us, a reminder that when you are getting that guest room ready for that special person, that visitor that's coming, are you giving them more comfort, more attention than you would be giving yourself? And so even Laura, you say that you have no visitors coming. Again, I'm just inviting you to make yourself the visitor in your home. How does that look? Are you treating yourself, that self-care, that self-love in your own bedroom space? Or is that the last one on the list?
So I'm hearing, are you treating yourself like the queen or the servant?
Yes. So there's, and again, that's a reminder for all of us women, right? Because women, we tend to put everybody, we tend to serve other people. And guess what? Guess what, ladies? Our possessions, those things that we bring into our home, into our lives, they are there to be our servant. They're there to serve us. So we need to take a look at that. And we had a last minute person in there, Cheryl, that asked, are you doing a card? Can you pull a card for me? And it was Tara. And so I said, okay. And here's her card is number 52. And it's the career card. So again, all of these cards tie in together, I think, for everyone today. And Tara, so the career, so what is the career area? I mean, you know enough about Feng Shui to look at that career area of your home and your business, and to make sure that that foyer, that people are ready to step through that doorway, that they're ready for that catalyst, that opportunity, that shift and change. So, that might resonate for you today, Tara. And
interesting. I'll finish up. Sorry, I thought you were done.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Interestingly, before you had brought Tara in, everybody's cards totaled to 3. Again. So we've had the 3, the catalyst, the change come up over and over, along with the infinity, the number 8, over and over today on a 6-day. And Tara's card added into the mix now is a 10, and that new beginning, and that new beginning can start right here.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. And so again, there's a message in there for all of us.
For everybody. There were certainly a whole lot of ideas and hopefully inspiration.
Yeah. And hopefully some inspiration.
I love it when the overseeing card just, sets the stage for the day, by the way. Very cool.
Yes.
Love your feedback. Share this out. And again, set your calendars right now, pull out your cell phones, book yourself. I don't want to say busy. Book yourself open to receive on October 21st and 22nd. Last words, my friend.
Last words. Just, again, thank you all for being here. Because as we give, so do we receive. And there are messages here always for Cheryl and I.
Yes.
This time that we spend together with you really helps to ground us. And, you know, a lot of times we get our own direction, we get our own insight and inspiration just by sharing with you all. So it's a beautiful thing.
100%. Have a fabulous week. We will see you again next Friday on Feng Shui Friday with All in Alignment, Anita and Cheryl. All our episodes are on here, and they're also on our YouTube channel, All in Alignment. Check it out.